What's up everyone, Jason Brown here, the king of programming. We're back for another program review and we're in the Playbook app. I think I'm just gonna stay in this app because there is a lot of programs that need to be reviewed in here, if you know what I mean. We're talking about JTM Fit today and we're going through the Functional Method 3.0. We're gonna start right now. All right guys, so we're in the Playbook app again. We're looking at JTM Fit. You guys are gonna wanna hang around to the end of this video and see how this program is either missing the mark or doing a lot of things really, really well. All right, so let's check out what we have here. I've reviewed his program in the past. It was actually towards the beginning when I first started doing reviews. You guys are more than welcome to check that video out. It's not gonna be as high quality as this video, but might be worth checking out. But when I do a second review, and I've only done a second review of actually this guy and Nick Bear, I wanna look at their most recent. I think that your most recent program should be your best program, right? I mean, at least to me, that would make sense, and that's how it works in my world. And that's why I have a training subscription. It's always the most current, the most up-to-date, and something that, of course, you know, we're collecting information, we're collecting data points. We can use that to iterate and make things better. At least that's what I would hope. So this is the 3.0 program. It consists of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday split. It doesn't say what they are here, but I'm gonna find out once I start getting into this, and we'll check out what's here. So day one, week one of Monday. One thing I've been doing is looking at how long they say the workouts are. So this says 75 minutes. This is something I haven't done in the past. It's something I just kind of breezed over, but I think it's important to know because 75 minutes, if all the workouts are 75 minutes, this one's 60, this one's 35. Obviously that's gonna be pretty tough for a lot of people. And of course we could, you know, if you're someone that's looking for a program and you're like, well, these are all 75-minute sessions, I can't do that, then you can obviously process elimination a lot quicker there. So our first day of this 75-minute session is a strength and power superset. We have a barbell deadlift and vertical jump. I really like this. We've got 3 sets of 5 deadlift and then a vertical jump for 5 reps, and you're resting for, you guys are gonna shit when you hear this, 3 minutes, 3 minutes rest. So if we're doing 5 heavy deadlifts and then doing our vertical jump and for 3 rounds, resting 3 minutes, that is a good way to do it. And it's enough rest to get what we need to do. It's enough volume, especially if they're heavy, which I'm assuming they are because it's 15 total reps. I like this so far. So we're starting off on a good place. Now, the next thing we have of the day is mass sets, which we have 3 rounds of a heels elevated squat for 10 reps, a kickstand deadlift, and a barbell side lunge. I don't have anything potentially wrong with this. I think that this is fine, and it's a novel way of doing things. It's not how I would do things, but to each is their own. So I think that this is fine. You've got some squatting, you've got some frontal plane work, which I like. I don't see that a lot in programs these days. You've got some hinging work and then you're resting 2 minutes. Good, this is solid so far. I like where we're off to a good start. When I see a good program, I actually get excited. When I see a bad program, I just get angry. So, and sometimes when they're really bad, I get very, very angry and I'm literally dropping F-bombs thereafter. I love programming as much as anything in my life. This is the most important thing to me, is programming, which you're gonna think I'm crazy, but my wife always jokes that I like programming, or I care about programming more than I do food or sex. It's true. So you're in the right place if you're watching these. We've got a superset finisher of a back rack lunge, alternating leg, and some burpees, 90 seconds rest. And then we've got calves and core, superset, and then a cool down. So overall, I think this is a pretty solid day of training. We've got good rest intervals, we've got good exercise order, and that's, you know, anytime I do these reviews, these are the things I'm looking at, the fundamentals, exercise order, sets, reps, and rest intervals, obviously the exercise selection, conditioning. I actually like this first day. I think that this will be a lot of fun. Now, if I'm gonna nitpick, so overall, I actually like this day. I would probably do a little bit less. I would like to see this around 60 minutes. Again, this is my personal preference. You don't have to agree with me. I mean, he doesn't have to agree with me either, but that's my personal preference. I like to keep the intensity as high as possible on a little bit shorter scale. And for me, I know if I'm being true to myself with how much effort I can put in, it's not gonna be for beyond 60 minutes, but maybe some of you can. And I'm sure, you know, there are people out there with great work capacity that could do this and have no problem. But overall, I actually think this is a pretty solid day of training, and I don't have a whole lot of nitpick other than that. So let's move on. Tuesday, we've got a 60-minute day, and this has got some circuit-based training with kind of like a foundational strengths, functional bodybuilding. Marcus Filly made functional bodybuilding popular. The premise of it is really cool, it's really novel, and it certainly is very sticky. So I like that idea. I think that it's very cool, and I like that he's got some circuit-based work broken down here. You know, overall, we've got some carrying, we've got some rowing, we've got some push-ups, we've got some chin-ups, some core work, 90 seconds rest. This is fun work. You can get a lot done in this time frame, and it's certainly a way to train, and I don't have anything wrong with it. I don't think it's overkill. I think that the exercise he chose makes sense. So let's move on. I think this is another solid day. It fits in with the confines of this program. So far, again, we're off to a good start. Let's check out Wednesday. This is 35 minutes. So this is more of an active recovery type day. We've got some carries, we've got some mobility work, we've got some assault bike work. Great. We need this. People need this. We live in a stressed out world. People need to get out of fight or flight. We're living in fight or flight, people. Get out of fight or flight. Do some things restorative. Walk more. Do some aerobic work. There are plenty of things that you could do. You don't need to break the bank. If you do strength training a couple days a week hard, you do some easy stuff 2 or 3 days a week, you increase your steps, you can make great gains. I already like this program. I think that there's a lot of things that he's doing really well with this program, which I honestly can't remember my last review if it was a good program or not. It was a good program? Okay, so, oh no, the Nick Bear one was terrible. But anyways, the Nick Bear one was terrible. Check that one out if you want to. Our next session, we've got another strength and power superset with a bench press and clap push-ups. 3 minutes rest. I like it, guys. We're doing really good so far. And again, I like the way he's got some circuit-based work. He's mixing in some things. There's some push-pull. The volume is relatively, again, you can put the effort in with this program. Some extra credit, skull crushers. I mean, this is a good program so far. I mean, I'm pleasantly surprised. I actually didn't think we would get to one in this batch of reviews, but we're doing well. JTM Fit, good work with this program. And if I remember correctly, this one is substantially better than the last one. So thumbs up to you for making improvements and getting better as a coach and programmer. This is great to see. And then we culminate the week with another active recovery day. All right, let's go through pros and cons. If you are someone that is serious about training and you're looking for peak results year round without having to sacrifice your body, download my free 3-week programming sample. The link is in the comments. I love the easy ones. It's funny, guys. Sometimes the ones that are kind of in the middle, those are the hardest ones for me to say yay or nay on, because there are things that I would potentially do different. There are things that might potentially get you in a place further away from your goals, but there is some good things happening, and that has been the case on a lot of the reviews I've done. This, for me, has a lot of pros to it. So let's go through the cons first, because I think there's a lot more pros this time. The cons of this program is that you are doing a lot in a session, and this is a matter of personal preference. I know there are a lot of you out there who want to do more. I want to do more. I want to do more. I will tell you at some point, you will not want to do more. You will want to find the minimum effective dose, and you will want to figure out how to make the intensity of your session higher and have it potentially be shorter. Now, that might not be the case for you. I know that was the case for me and literally hundreds of people I've chatted with that are in my community right now, that is the case for them, and that's why they were in my world. That's why I stay in the 4 to 6 exercise range, and that's why most of our sessions are 60 minutes. On the long end, some of the zone 2 days, we do longer aerobic conditioning. Those might move more towards 70 minutes, but those are lower intensity. So with that said, I think that there's certainly a lot in these sessions, but the pros, exercise order is good. The rest intervals are good. Everything there is intact. The way that he delivers these circuits and some of this accessory-based work, I really, really like. I think it is fun. It is novel. Now, the question I would ask is this the style of, if you like this style of training, then you will really like this program. If you want to lean more on strength and hypertrophy, then you might want to remove some of that circuit-based work. You might want to do more pairings or singular exercise where you're focusing more on mechanical tension. Of course, there is a lot of different programs out there that fit a lot of different people. And if that's the case for you, then there's certainly a direction you could go. This program is for someone that is probably more from the CrossFit world, that's looking to move a little bit more, looking to feel the burn, so to speak, but still focus on strength and some power development. So there's some nice elements in this program with strength and power development. Even the way things are broken down throughout the week, again, to go back, we did some hinging work on day 1, and then we did some circuit-based work on day 2. We did some active recovery-based work on day 3. And I'm just doing this for my own knowledge here because I want to make sure that I'm not missing anything. And then we hit some more power work. So I think the template of this program itself is good. And again, there's a lot of things that are effective with this program, that are fun with this program. I think that people that use this program probably really enjoy it. And it's an approved program. So until next time, guys, results are king.